a statement was made by some of our colleagues who have been in the media space. They said that because we have raised poultry and people are consuming, the project is a failure. Now, on hearing this, I did two things. The first one is academic.
We have less than 10 minutes.
Yes, the first one is academic, and I want to do that with you.
Okay.
Probably for the public to also be part of it. I subjected their argument to Aristotle's test of syllogism. Aristotle says that when somebody makes an argument and draws conclusion, first determine the major premise. So, from what they said, the major premise that I determined, and I believe our brothers and sisters from the academia, they are all watching, and they will also subject the argument to strict tests and prove the validity, the syllogism or otherwise of those statements. One, the major premise. Poultry birds have been raised. Two, the birds are being consumed. Three, and this is their conclusion, the program is a failure. You see that the premises and the conclusions, are incongruous.
Why?
Jarring.
Because if you are producing, you are eating, at the end of the day, I mean, the business will collapse. You need to save some.
You see, you have gotten it wrong. First, when you raise birds, the birds are meant for consumption. Whichever way you look at it, whether it is sold, not sold, it is for consumption.
Ultimately.
And so once you raise bird and people are consuming the bird, the project is a success. When you say it is a failure, it doesn't match. It's a jarring matching.
Perhaps they are raising concern about sustainability of it.
You see, when you ask of sustainability, I will agree with you. In the first place, is it easy to raise birds? So if we have succeeded in raising the birds, and for the first time in the history of our country, our people are even consuming the birds, and they are developing taste for locally produced birds, how will that mean that the project is a failure? Let me tell you this. The past government procured 10,000 battery cages and distributed to some top politicians free of charge, because the government wanted to use that to increase the production of poultry in this country. What was the impact? Did you see the impact? They also procured some birds and distributed. Did you see the impact? But at that time, these same people who are today crying on every radio station was on the same radio stations singing encomiums of the project. What has changed?
You think they are unduly criticizing the nkoko nkitinkite?
It is not unduly. Every public policy is subject to criticisms. But criticisms must be constructive. If you don't have the facts, if you don't have a better appreciation, seek explanation before you embark on those criticisms. Now, let me tell you something about policy. You see the brain. The brain often perceives change as a danger, triggering emotional and unpredictable responses.
Right.
Until the logic sets in. So the implementation of this project, right from the outset, I had an active player in the sector saying that it is going to fail.
Will it fail?
It will not. The signs are there. You are enjoying, I am enjoying, every Ghanaian is seeing the benefit. How then would you describe such a policy as a failure?
Is it sustainable?
It is. On annual basis, we spend $350 million United States dollars to import poultry products into Ghana. That huge amount of money is creating jobs in those countries at the expense and peril of the youth of our nation. And that is why we said that with this project, we are going to unlock the full potential of the poultry subsector for job creation. Now, after the nkoko nkitinkite, when we are done, we then move to the second phase. And then in the second phase, we are targeting the medium-scale producers.
Still under the nkoko nkitinkite.
Under the nkoko nkitinkite.
So the first explanation you gave happens at the household level.
The household level.
Okay.
Now, when we are done with that, then we move from the household. We are now going to those who are into commercial poultry business.
Okay.
Some of them have been categorized as the middle or medium scale producers. They are able to do from 500 bears to, let's say, 3,000 bears. They need the capacity to expand. And it is the duty of government, as we pursue increase in production, to give them that support to enable them expand. And then we move to the commercial farmers, the large-scale producers. What can we do with them for them to also scale up so that we can produce sufficiently to feed our people?
Okay.
Three things must work here. What is the state now? As we speak, when you look at our consumption and our demand, our production is just around 5 to 10%.
Yeah, quite low.
But these are birds that can be raised within 2 months, especially the broilers. So why is it that we cannot do it and we are expending our resources to create jobs for foreigners while our people are moving up and down our streets doing practically nothing, faffing around every day? Something must be done. And that is the strategy that we have adopted.